In our prior video, we talked about worlds to discover. The most intriguing is the world of consciousness. We described our discovery tool as extreme mindfulness. What is this extreme mindfulness, named Tyemuif? Yes, this practice of extreme mindfulness is named Tyemuif. The precise definition is looking out through one's physical eyes while looking within at the mental world in a balance of 2-to-1, using one's perceptive energy to look 2/3 within our mind and 1/3 at the physical world. One unconsciously does this, a similar practice, when quietly reading a book and seeing the story in one's mind. Tyemuif is the practice of doing this consciously. When do we have time for this spiritual practice? When do most people have several hours where they're quietly sitting in a peaceful, safe place? At one's computer. We might even dub this practice of Tyemuif while sitting at our computer as contemplative computing. There was once a guru looking under a street lamp for a jewel he lost. His disciple appeared, and the guru explained he was looking. The student asked, "Where did you lose it?" "Oh, I lost it in my little hut." Perplexed, the student asked, "If you lost it in the hut, why are you looking for it under the street lamp?" The guru replied, "Because there's more light out here." At first, the disciple thought that was a foolish answer. Then the guru gave him a knowing look, and the disciple realized he himself was looking for gems of wisdom outside himself, where there seemed to be more light, rather than looking within. So how do we switch on the lamp within? Lots of meditation sites advise us to practice mindfulness. What exactly is mindfulness? One aspect of Shum, the language of meditation, is that it has precise terms for inner states of consciousness, inner practices and experiences. This vocabulary gives us tools for discovering and working with inner light, as well as for our spiritual journal, for communicating with our guru about meditation, and integrating the powerful inner awakening with our everyday life. We've read we should practice mindfulness, kind of a vague term. Tyemuif defines this specifically as 2/3 of our perceptive power focused within and 1/3 without. Generally, we're looking out through our physical eyes, glancing within for brief flashes to remember something, reason something out, or even glance warily over the edge of inner consciousness for a moment. And if something scary or painful pops up, distracting ourselves to obscure this inner window. Tyemuif, while using our laptop or mobile device, contemplative computing, is maintaining this 2/3 within consciousness while working. At our computer screen, it's actually a perfect time and place to practice Tyemuif. We're not driving a car or operating dangerous machinery. Tyemuif at the computer is an ideal first practice. One does not endure the rigors of the lotus position, yet one is temporarily out of body consciousness, except for perhaps finger pads touching keypads. As one is reading an email in Tyemuif, perhaps one sees the person who wrote. As one types, one sees the intended audience. One finds typing speed temporarily decreases as awareness resituates from the conscious habit mind to its new fourth dimensional home. Using the willpower to refocus awareness 2/3 within is usually a big adjustment from the habitual outward focus. If not accustomed to this practice, sometimes when one attempts to look into the mental world, one sees black, the achievement of endarkenment. Perhaps one gets dim light in brief flashes. After much diligent practice, one can maintain Tyemuif. Practicing this precise mindfulness, one gains a great understanding, a tangible experience, a direct cognition of how the mind works. What sort of images do we see when practicing Tyemuif? Let's talk about that in our next video. In the meantime, like, subscribe, and enable notifications. Come to think of it, computing itself is a contemplative act in that we gaze at millions of tiny luminous transistor crystals magically transmitting messages and images in light from afar. This indication of humanity's consciousness shift is literally right in front of our nose right now.